Moms Know Best, a fast-growing, vibrant community for moms, by moms, of moms. This podcast series is about people managing brands in the kids and mom space and real mothers talking about real issues. Hi, I'm Akanksha Kedia, the CEO of Moms Know Best, and today I have with me a passionate entrepreneur, a mother of two beautiful daughters, and the CEO of MomsKnow, Malika Sadani. Hi, Malika.
Hi, thanks for the introduction. So, I'm an engineer and banker by profession. I worked and I sort of quit working when I was expecting my first daughter, and then worked on the idea of the MomsKnow to launch the MomsKnow. It took us almost about 3 years before we launched our first product because we had to learn everything from how to create a product to how to test a product, because in the segment that we are in pregnancy and baby, testing is really, really important, right? So we learned all the ropes, and then after about 3 years of working on the idea was when we launched the MomsKnow.
Oh wow. So Malika, you wear multiple hats, that of an entrepreneur, of a mother, and of a wife. So which is your favorite hat? And how do you juggle between all of them?
I'll have my kids see this. So no, I actually enjoy all three.
Okay.
I enjoy all three. Wife maybe slightly lower right now because I also work with my husband.
Yes.
So that's so we co-work right now. So I spend a lot of time with him.
So why don't you tell our audience the story of how you came up with the idea of MomsKnow?
So it was in 2012 when I moved back from London to India. So I had two pregnancies, one in London and one in India, and both of them were extremely different from each other. So my younger one's born in India and the older one's born in London. In London, I never faced any issues in terms of skincare products for her. And when we moved back to India was when she got her first rash. And what was most surprising was that rash, I went from pediatrician to pediatrician to sort of check with them on what is it. It was a white patch, it get very itchy, and she would sort of constantly keep scratching on it. It would also ooze sometimes. And what we realized was they gave us some steroid-based creams. I would apply it, it would go off, and it would come back. And it would come back in different parts of the body. Till I met this one pediatrician who told me that it's dryness in skin, and a lot of kids have it. And when we researched on it, it said 1 in 5 kids have that problem. And it's called atopic dermatitis or eczema. And she just had that skin condition. And when I spoke to her, she said it's just dryness in skin, use a good moisturizer. And I had struggled for almost about a year with this problem that she had, right? So I felt like I had so much hope when I looked at her. I said, is it just moisturization? I will moisturize every 4 hours if you need me to, right? And then she said, no, just use a good moisturizer, it'll be fine. And we made a switch to a good moisturizer. And it's been 7 years, she's never got a rash back.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it was what it was. And we had an experience with skincare products, so we went deeper into figuring out the back of packs. And the more I read, the more scarier it got. It was just unbelievable how much bad stuff existed out there. And for her, I couldn't use it. So we landed up importing for a really, really long time. And I imported everything from diapers to skincare products to their shoes to even curd that they had, because that non-sweetened curd. Once they started growing a little older was when people started asking us for how long are you planning to do this?
Yeah, because it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. And friends started having younger kids. So obviously their bags started getting occupied with a lot of other stuff and not just hyaluron-cyanide. And that sort of got us to think is not sustainable, and the questions around skincare had not reduced on the Facebook groups for moms. And that got us to think that there's definitely a gap that exists in the market for good quality natural products. And then of course we started the whole thing around figuring out, can we make them in India? Can we import something? And sort of we worked around with experts from India, Australia and Switzerland to figure out how to create these products in India.
So what was the first product you came up with?
Honestly, I don't think not many people know this. The first products that we made were for baby.
Okay.
And we also did a full focus group discussion with moms around on the testing on the products, but we didn't launch that.
Oh, yeah. So what was that product?
Everything. We had the baby wash, shampoo, lotion created for babies, but we did not test that.
Okay.
And we didn't even launch that. We launched with a set of pregnancy products.
Okay.
So when we did pregnancy, it came back to saying that there are 0 products available for pregnancy. It was a market which is completely empty. So as on date, we have the largest portfolio of products for pregnancy. Everything from morning sickness, stretch marks, a nipple butter to help breastfeeding, foot cream for swollen tired feet. So those were the first set of products that we had launched.
Okay. How did you go about your research? Like, you interview and do focus groups, but what is the process and any fun insights that come across when you do this research?
We created a diaper rash cream, and I had tested the diaper rash cream, and I knew it's very fast acting. It's really, really good. But when we sort of did the testing with the moms on it, they had an observation where they said it doesn't form a white layer. Right? And the white layer just psychologically gave mom the comfort that the cream is working because it's forming a barrier.
Because they can see it and
because it forms a barrier, right? And so a lot of times, just from speaking to a lot of them, we get a lot of sharp insights on how the texture, look, feel of the product should be. Of course, the fragrances get tested by them for sure. But in terms of going back on how we create products, we have a very expert panel of experts from across the globe who help us create. So as I said, right, I did not know how to create a baby product. But what I knew was that the baby product has to be tested and extremely safe to use, and it doesn't have any allergic reaction whatsoever. Which meant me figuring out, saying what all tests needs to be performed on it and not going by anybody else. So, my husband was in consumer goods in McKinsey, and we had access to a lot of big brands, and we reached out to their toxicology departments based out of Singapore and US. Spoke to the experts there. They gave us a list of requirements saying this is what you should do and this is what you should check on. And then we figured out labs within India and abroad where we could conduct those tests.
And they maintain the same standards.
And maintain the same standards.
So you used to be a banker, right? Before this, and suddenly you've gotten into production of products which are in the mother care space. And your husband also had a steady job with McKinsey and then Snapdeal and stuff. But then both of you have created this company together. So you both decided to get into a startup together.
Mohit, my husband, was the toughest hire I had to make. Right? That was like by far the toughest hire. The kind of documents he made me make just to convince him to make a pitch to hire him was like insane. But going back in time, what we had done is I had figured out how to create the products. And after having figured out how to create the products, when I was speaking to him, he said, I will move if you don't import ever. So that was his condition. So it was like, if you never import and decide to make products that you will actually use, is when I will move. And when I go back in time and I ask him what made you do that, he was like, I know what standards of products requirement you have for Myra and Saina. And if you meet the bar, then I'm pretty sure I can create something out of it. Because I know then the quality of the product will be really, really high. So then there was this whole strive of creating products that I would use for Myra and Saina. And once we reached there was when he went for the first focus group discussion, heard the feedback, and then he was like, I'm happy to take the lunch. So he really put you through the hoops. So how do you ensure there is that balance where you don't take that work fight to your house or the house fight to the house, to the office? To start off with, we had the whiteboard in our bedroom. Right, which is a definite no for anyone else to have, because you would wake up looking at that whiteboard with things to do. So definitely no whiteboards in the bedroom. I think Mohit and I both have very complementary skill sets. So we've divided work very well. So I do certain set of things and he does certain set of things, which really helps. So we don't sort of overlap in a lot of stuff.
The responsibilities are divided.
They're very split. So that sort of helps. And I don't think there's any way that if you're working together, you can have any sort of balance, but then you have to learn to be okay with it.
Now, there are a lot of moms out there who, when they have kids, they decide, like you did, to step back from work. They quit and then they have their baby and then they find it very tough to get back. Because a lot of people say that till the child is 5, you need to be with your child to give 100% attention. So what do you think about that?
I took my time, honestly. So I was home with Myra for almost about 4 years before I went back to doing some work. Of course, a little bit of research on the product started much before that, because she came up with a skin condition when she was about 1.
So it was research even for her, in a way.
It was research for her, which sort of helped prepare for the mom's work. But I think it's to each one their own. So some people are, if you're comfortable with stepping out for work, you should. If you're not, and you're going to lose your mental peace because you're out at work and you're constantly worrying about what happens to your child back home, it's perfectly fine. I honestly think that when moms go back to work, they go back with a very strong energy, right? And the desire to prove to the world
Yeah.
is just so high, and the women put so much pressure on themselves, saying,
Yes.
what will they be thinking? So I
Yes.
have to work extra hard
Yes.
on it, that they make fantastic employees actually after they
Yeah.
come back.
But with that, there's also like this supermom syndrome, right? That every mother kind of goes. Like, she wants to give her best at work, she wants to give her best to her kids, she wants to give her best to her husband, she wants to give her best to her in-laws.
Yeah.
But she kind of forgets herself in a way, right? She always puts herself behind.
Yeah.
So how do you tackle this supermom syndrome in a way?
So, everybody in my house sleeps by around 10, including my husband.
Okay.
I sleep by 12.
Oh, so you have the
So
two
I have
hours.
those 2 hours to myself. I'm not an early riser, but so I get those 2 hours to myself where I do whatever I want to do.
Okay.
Right? So it's of course everyone is sleeping, so I have my time. So if I have to read, I'll read.
Yeah.
If I want to watch a serial, I watch a serial. If I just want to just not do anything but just sort of look at social media, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Right? So that's my time. I think it's extremely important for everybody to figure out what is it that gives you strength in your me time, right?
Yes.
There could be stuff that you're doing. I think what I did was I segregated stuff that drains me out and stuff that gives me energy.
Okay.
And kind of do stuff that gives you energy in
Yeah.
those 2 hours
Yeah.
instead of stuff that drains you out.
So you have your kids and you have your business, and they both are in a way like kids, right? Because they both require nourishment and growth. So what are the similarities between growing a business and your child, and what is the differences between growing a business and your child?
I think the similarities is as they say, parenting never comes with a rule book.
Yeah.
Neither does entrepreneurship. Everybody has their own journeys
Yes.
to make, and everybody has their own story to make, right? Like you have your own versions of growing up your own kids and also doing your own business.
Yes.
So that's very similar.
Like, one size doesn't fit all. Like, each thing
So
requires
everyone's different, right?
Yes.
Everyone's struggle in their entrepreneurial journey is
Yes.
different, right? So, and everyone's struggle with their own kids is also very
Yes.
different, right? So I think there's a lot of learning that we do on the job with both kids and at work if you're running your own startup. Oh my God, it was 8, and when this year started, she came in and said 5 more years to become a teenager.
Oh my God, she's
I
already
was
looking and
like,
counting
what?
down.
Why do you even care? But yeah, so
Yes.
every day is different, which is the same thing in entrepreneurship as well. I think for both, it is, you don't have an option to give up. Like, you can't give up on your child,
Yeah,
and you can't give up at work. Right?
Yes.
You know that you have to feed into both.
Yes.
And you have to grow both together.
Whenever you're starting anything, of course, there are positives, and then there are some things that are successes and some things that are failures.
Yeah.
So any one failure that you would want to talk to us about?
I think struggles at different stages of work have been different. First, it was just about convincing people on what we're looking to do and why we're looking to do what we're doing, right? Like, I remember showing up and I had questions that people would ask me saying, "Aap dhanda chalaoge?" Or, I met somebody who told me saying that these days everyone thinks they can pull off a startup.
Yes.
Right? So we got all of those questions, but it was all about going back again and again and again to them and saying, this is really important to me, please do it with me. And once you had your first level of success and people start
taking you more seriously.
People start taking you more seriously, right? Even simple things as if you take out the checkbook to sign with someone, they are stunned.
Yeah.
Saying, are you going to sign the checkbook? Is there some sahab who's going to come and sign it for you? I'm like, no. So we did have a lot of struggle. A large part of struggle was just convincing people to do what we wanted to do.
Yes.
Because it hadn't been done before. Like,
Yes.
they were so used to creating products in a certain fashion that when I told them I can't use this as an ingredient, they would always question back, saying even the bigger people are doing it. What do you mean you can't? But I think it was just about staying true to what you wanted to do. And then eventually people sort of attach themselves to your mission as well.
So how did you go about making your first sale then? Because this is, of course, the product creation side. There's even this, selling. You have to convince the moms also in a way.
We grew from word of mouth.
Okay.
Our first letter, which sort of got us going, was the fact when this lady wrote to us on the 4th day after her delivery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4th day after delivery,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen anyone do it for a brand. Like, it
Yes.
was really, really touching. So she wrote to us in about 4 days after having a baby. So this is day 4. My baby is born, and when I was delivering the child, the doctor told me one thing, saying, "Oh, you have such a clean belly."
Yeah.
And she had no connection with us. So she said, I just saw that this was a new brand and you were doing something different. So I took a leap of faith and I got the products that you had to offer because I liked the story as well. And I'm glad it paid off. Right? Like, she didn't have any stretch marks. So I think it was these little stories that
The
kept building
testimonials
on.
in a way, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I also remember there was one day when I had a really rough day at the factory.
Hmm.
This was also the time when we used to get the customer care calls.
Okay.
And I got the customer care call. I remember it was about 8 in the night and I was speaking to the lady and she's like, listen, I need to fly out tomorrow to Dubai and my bhabhi has just declared that she's pregnant. And when I asked her, what do you want? She said, the only thing I want is a Mom's Go round box.
Okay.
Right? Is there any way that you can have it delivered to me? And it was an 8 o'clock in the night conversation. We had someone around, so of course they went home to give it to her. But I think these little things, they sort of push you and say that, okay, maybe you know, that this will pick
they
up
motivate you in a way. They excite you that people are liking my product, so maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah, the acceptance is what gets you moving forward.
Thank you, Malika, for being a part of Moms Know Best. If you guys have any queries, email us at info@momsknowbest.in. You can even check out our website www.momsknowbest.in, and you can even follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.